Hello, everyone. Hello, dear ChessMood family, dear ChessMood members, dear chess lovers. Welcome to the show, Growth Hacking. And today we are going to have a guest who have raised uh, almost 500 points in 1 year. And we are going to ask him lots of questions how he did it because it's very important to learn from people who have done already what we want to achieve. Avinash, welcome to the show and congratulations for your amazing achievement.
Thank you, sir.
Avinash, what is it from 1933 to suddenly get to 24 and make the international master norm? Are you feeling excited about that?
Yes, sir. I am very excited.
Uh, Avinash, tell me please, just remind me, when did you learn? When did you started to learn a chess mode?
I started chess mode in June 2020
June 20.
during the lockdown period.
Avinash, were you expecting such early success in this short period of time?
No, actually, no.
No.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
expected, but not like this
Not like
big
this.
achievement. Yeah.
Well, here I have many questions from my side and many questions which our ChessMood students have sent in advance, and also there will be many questions in the chat. So I am going to
Mm.
mix all of the questions. Um, the question here we have is from one of our students is, what were your aha moment, specific things you learned or realized that made significant improvement? What was the point that you
Mm.
something happened and you said, okay, now I am going to get this growth?
Like I got the fighting spirit, like the right move, which I did not have in the past. Like if I get one loss, like the tournament will be filled of full losses. But the comeback moment I learned from chess mode.
Uh,
So I think this is also one of the reasons of my growth.
Got it. Do you also read the articles? How did you get this fighting spirit? Because probably this just
Yeah,
look right move is not enough, yeah? How was that?
yeah.
How you developed your fighting spirit?
Like just like if I get a pawn down in a piece, pawn down position, like I should fight. Like without getting demotivated, I just want to fight. I just want to win the game somehow or draw the game. Like this, I did not have in the past. I think this saved me a lot of games during the tournaments which I played, and I think the blogs also helped me a lot during this process.
So does it mean that when you are plundering something and you are in lost position, you start to enjoy SPP, saving lost position mode, and you start to have
Yeah.
become excited?
Yeah, just trying to complicate the game more, like complicate the game as much as possible. But before I just give up in the past. But now the fighting spirit has not made me to give up so easily. So that's the point I think.
So during this time, you improved your fighting spirit and also clearly your chess.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? What would
Yes.
be your rating if you just improved your chess, but you didn't improve your fighting spirit?
Possibly 21 or 2800, not much.
So around 200, 300 points, you think it's because of the fighting spirit, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's really a lot. And I also think so that right mode and having the concentrated mode, the fighting mode is very important. So 200, 300 points, very, very interesting. Manish, let's talk
Yes,
about
sir.
how did you learn. Okay, I think spirit is one part, so about chess part. So you joined around 1 year ago, ChessMood. Did you learn all our courses?
Yeah, I have learned almost 90%.
All the openings?
Yeah, all the openings.
And do you follow our openings?
Yeah, I also played it during my tournaments.
Tournaments. All right. Here I have a question from one of our ChessMood students, which was sent in advance.
Mm.
Your favorite course of ChessMood?
Karakon.
How to play against Caro-Kann?
Yeah.
Why Caro-Kann?
Uh, like I had much success in Karakon compared to other openings.
So before you anyway was E4 player, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Like almost all the black openings of the chess mode are same. Like I was playing Accelerated Dragon and Rosolimo G6 line, everything was same. But almost all the E4 openings were different. but I liked it a lot. Like the explanations were clear, especially the Caracon. Like I was able to get a slightly better position out of the openings.
What do you think? Is it very important to at some point learn a new openings and then to see new positions and then eventually you improve your chess faster?
Yes, sir. Before, when I was playing the old openings, I just like stop with the move of 7 or 6. I won't go that much deep, and I never actually saw openings before chess mode. After joining chess mode, I took openings very seriously.
Uh, there is actually one advantage, yeah, when some kids start their chess career without knowing some
Mm.
openings and they just play chess. They eventually learn to play chess, and only
Mm.
then they learn openings. And when they learn openings, they become even stronger. Was it
Yes.
your case too?
Yes, sir.
All right. What was your favorite course from the middle game courses?
Mm. Under classical and game. Oh, sorry. Under the classical games.
100 classical games.
Much
And
more
here is
classical
the
games. Yes.
next question that I will ask from one of our chessbook students.
Mm.
Is when you watch these 100 classical games, do you learn them from heart and do you remember them?
No, I never actually by heart. Like I just only grasp the ideas.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. Avinash, from our opening courses,
Mm.
like lots of openings, so people are having big problems with memorizing variations.
Mm.
So, how you were dealing with it? Tell us a bit about that. How you were dealing with memorizing variations?
Actually, I never memorize openings. I just try to understand the idea behind each move, and then try to like have some options, some more options. And I usually never use engines. I just like go through the variations in the board, and I have just pgn file instead of writing in a notebook. That's all I did. That's all I do. And just review before the game, and
And
then try to. Mm.
and what do you think about the importance of playing the openings you learn, even if you just play Blitz online games? What is the importance of playing this? You put in practice and you start to feel this position from your heart.
Yeah, like you will get just try to feel the position, and also you will get some experience. Like you won't suffer in the board playing
Hmm.
a new position as you have played pre and before in the blitz games, and you know like where how will black play and how will white play, and the inside of the positions like what is black going to do and what is white going to do. You will get to know when you analyze the blitz games. So like in the game it will be very easier to play faster, and your opponent will also get tense. So by this way you will also start to make mistakes faster actually.
All right. Fine. And how many hours approximately did you train? Because you learned this all stuff, you played, you analyzed. Approximately, on average, how many hours were you working daily basis?
Actually, it depends on the day.
Take
If
it.
I'm free, I will just like work till 16 or 15 hours, and the maximum,
How many?
and the minimum like 15 to 16 hours a day
14 to
in the
16?
maximum. Yeah, if it
Wow.
is possible.
So you were just sleeping, eating, and all the day was stress, yeah?
Yeah, like in the lockdown period, I was doing the same. Like wake up and see chess mode opening course and eat, and then see another middle game course, and then see again opening. So this is the routine I was following. Like if I get tired and overslept, I just try to see 9 to 11 hours
Got it.
during the lockdown.
Well, this is fantastic. So it's lots of work clearly you put. And what was your training plan? So like you are working in the morning, what you are doing, then what you are doing in the afternoon, or was it the same training routine you have every day, or depends? Like
Like for some day, I had same training plan. Like morning openings, like grasping ideas, and middle game in the evening, like in the afternoon part to evening part. I will see middle games, and then again I will see openings in the night, like the known openings. For example, accelerated dragon, and then sleep, and then same routine is followed.
like opening in the beginnings, then middle game, and then opening.
Yeah, like
So,
openings which I don't know in the morning, so it will be like very easier to grasp, and then middle game in the afternoon to just divert from the opening part, or even middle game or end game something, and then the openings which I know I will see in the night. So like it
oh,
will be like
okay.
easier.
Okay, all right. Very, very interesting. So in the
Mm.
morning when your brain is fresh, you try to learn things which are totally new, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and then in the middle game you deviate a little bit from the opening, so you don't get bored. And then in the evening, the
Yeah,
openings you mainly review some things that you know already.
yeah.
Very, very, very. When were you playing chess?
Sir, I can't get you.
When were you playing chess? What's the time of day? Because
Like I started to play chess when I was around 11 to 12, in the end of 11.
my question: what time of the day were you playing? In the afternoon, in the before sleep, or in the morning? When
You
you are
mean
playing
training
some blitz
games?
games, even if it's
Yeah,
blitz
blitz
games.
games. Like after the middle game sessions, I will try to play 1 hour and then just go jump to the opening. Like after I just completed all the opening courses, I started to play around 3 to 4 hours, like with the breaks, like 9 game session, like 9 game in morning, 9 game in evening, and 9 game in night. I try to play such a way because after learning all the openings, it is very easier to play the chess mode stuff without deviating from the other one.
Avinash, and were you analyzing each game?
Yeah, like after
Just
the 9 game session, I just download it and analyze.
all right. So you absolutely follow the plan, yeah, which we gave you.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
sir.
well, fantastic. Give me 1 second, Avinash. I will check it out in the chat. I see here we are having lots of questions. Uh, okay, guys, I will come back to the chat right after we finish the main questions which we had and the questions which were present, and then we come back to the chat. And if Avinash don't mind, if you don't mind,
Mm.
bro, we will ask you the questions which are standing in the chat. So continuing
Mm.
our
Yes, sir.
topic, so you are doing lots of the opening and middle game courses. Avinash,
Mm.
were you using some other books or other
Yeah.
resources?
Actually, till March, like March 2021, I did not use any other books other than ChessMood. Like after completing like almost 90% of the ChessMood, I just started to include 1 or 2 books, like Positional Play by Agard and Attacking Manner by Agard. I just started to solve some puzzles and test the knowledge which I learned from the middle game courses.
Guard ones, right?
Yeah, like the solving ones.
Oh, okay. And how do you improve your end game?
In game, I just see the in game courses of ChessMood. I never studied any in game books
And what about
except the
calculation?
Anglian calculation. Okay, before chess mode, I was only working on calculation, tactics, calculation. So it is easier for me to like jump with the calculation easily. Like I just work around 30 minutes a day on tactics. As I worked fully on tactics before the chess mode, so I thought I should like minimize tactics every day. Like almost I worked on tactics 7 to 6 hours a day before chess mode. Like I
Wow.
worked only on tactics, so I think I should minimize it. So I did not see, even some days I did not see even tactics for a week, for a month, and I just include only 15 minutes a day for solving tactics from chess tempo or from leeches.
Wow. Now I see how was that improvement because I will tell you this story to our listeners um, about you. So when
Yes.
Avinash joined us, he was clearly not as strong as now. And during our events, when we were playing one-on-one blitz games with our students, or when it was simul games, I think Avinash was almost always there and always playing with us. He was not missing all these events. And at first, I was winning him. I could not say like very easy, but I was winning him. And then there was a game I remember. He was white. We played 16, and I barely won him in the end game. And I like, oh, Avinash was strong, or he just became this strong. And then during one of the simul games, he plays black, uh, and he does a few in a row very strong moves. They were such a strong moves that I will tell you honestly, I didn't know you that time, Avinash, very well, and I was like, like this is very strange. This might be even cheating. Only at the end when he crushed me like very nicely at the end with very nice tactic. At the end, when I checked out the games, I found no, there was nothing about cheating. He just did very logical and very strong moves. And I was like, wow, Avinash really is improving. And then when Avinash messaged me and said, I made 2400 feed rating and made my IM normal, I said, okay, I saw everything with my eyes, your growth, how it was like coming. Like because during each of our game, I was feeling how better you are becoming. And by the way, I see it's like it's very easy to notice for coaches if they play time to time with students. There are few guys whom we play. We see this growth, and also we see this growth when they post their games. We have the monthly best games contest in our forum. Checking their games, we see a clear growth. Like the coaches, all our team members, they are very impressed. For example, by Api Yadav. I'm not sure if he's in the chat or not, but all the time they are saying, "Look at this, how strong Api became." Or there is another guy, Ayush. So it's very cool to see such growth, and I hope Avinash, you will be inspiration for many. That hard work can give the result. Let's jump to the next question, which is from ChessMood Pro members. The question is, how did you work on your chess when you were 1500 FIDA?
Yeah, just fully tactics, not much.
Fully
Like,
tactics.
yeah, fully tactics. After joining chess mode only, I realized that we should work more on strategy, middle game, and practical end games, not only theoretical ones.
If you know,
And I
if
think,
you go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, and around I think when I was 1600, I read the book 100 end games you must know, but not by it. Like I just understood the ideas, like how to make use of the ideas. Like for example, in the Louisiana position. Um, but I did not study the complicated ones, like the FH pawn draw. Like I studied only the simpler ones in the
I
100
see.
game. You must know.
So if you were 1500 rated and you found chess mode, would you jump there, or you would still keep tactics and jump chess mode
No,
later?
I would have jumped to chess mode. Yeah,
Got it. So tactics were clearly very helpful for you, but you clearly missed the strategy. Yeah, this is what I
yeah,
understood.
yeah. Strategy and the opening part also.
Opening
Like
part.
I did not have a clear good opening actually.
Are you satisfied now with your openings, and what do you think until
Yeah,
what level you will comfortably play it?
yeah. Till I become GM, I will comfortably play the opening chess mode openings, as well as I am trying new openings now without much fear. So I think it helps me
Avinash, what do you think when you will
to
become GM?
maybe in a year
In
or in a 1.5 years.
very nice, ambitious goal to be a GM in a year, and I believe really
Yes.
it is hardworking. You can do so. Very good here.
Mm.
Um, Avinash, one question from ChessMood members. I'm curious how Avinash was able to train on days when he was not feeling motivated. Is it that he
Act-
had a strong why, or what is it?
Actually, I don't get demotivated.
You always have
In
motivation?
Yeah,
From where do you have that motivation? Do you have a strong why?
yeah, I have a strong why, and as well as like I need to become a GM and I am. So it motivates me to work harder and harder every day.
So why do you want to become a GM?
Like I like chess, and I need to get top in the chess. So that's why I need to become a GM first, and then go up to 2700 into top players.
So Avinash, do you think that if you have big passion to chess, it's easier not to lose motivation, and you always want to do this?
Yeah. Yes. Like if you have a like if you have a passion, like you will never get demotivated and say like feel sad. You will just be always happy and just try to work more.
Very interesting. So, very recently, Anton Demchenko won European Championship and become European champion, a guy who was rated number 33 in the ranking list. And I had an recently I had interview with him, which we are soon going to publish on ChessMood. So I'm spoiling it a bit. So the same question I asked to him: How does he deal when he's feeling not motivated? So he said, if I'm not very uh, energized, I just don't chess. It's okay. But most of the time, I like chess so much that I do. So very similar to your answer, Avinash. Cool. Let me see the chat, and we go from the chat like one by one. I'm going to scroll up. Uh, Sorry guys if I'm missing your question. So we are going to be there. Uh, okay. Let's me see. Okay, so what courses do you study here? This question you have already answered. Okay, here's a question. Who introduced you to ChessMood? How did you find ChessMood?
When during the lockdown, I wanted to improve more on chess, so I was like typed Google like improving chess, and then I found some advertisement, and through that advertisement I found chess.
To our, well, we had our advertisement just in May of the 2020, just one time, just 1 week. This was the only advertisement, and that's where when you get us, yeah? When we
No, I
unlocked our
don't know.
courses, probably.
Yeah, maybe possibly, but I'm not sure. But I clicked some link and it went inside the chess mode. So that's how I discovered chess mode.
Oh, all right. Avinash, by the way, do you use also some other chess websites?
No, I just use only chess mode.
And Chess Tempo, yeah, probably for puzzles.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
chess
chess tempo
for
only
training.
chess for playing training games.
All right. Let's see other questions. So the question is interesting. How underrated were you when you were rated 1900? Do you think you were underrated?
Uh, I was not sure. Like after joining chessmode, I think I was underrated. Like after learning all the courses, but before that, I think it was my level of 1900 because I was only strong in tactics, not in strategy and opening pot. Like opening pot, everyone were getting advantage, straight advantage in all the games. Like with black, with white, they are getting advantage because I did not have a good opening. Like even I did not see a single line before joining chessmode. Like all the lines which I played are through experience. So I did not like prepare specifically in each opening. So I think I think that it was my level of 1900.
Avinash, playing e4 with white with our openings, like when you play on chess, let's say, because there is a lots of games you play, big data you have. What do you feel? How many percentage of the game you are getting advantage?
Almost 70%.
Sorry, how much?
70%.
70%. Uh, the rest they are kind of equalizing, or you are getting some fighting
Yes,
positions. Yeah.
sometimes it gets equal positions, fighting positions, but mostly sometimes, like it's rare, I will just get some bad positions because I missed some move or I messed up the opening move orders.
So what do you think? If you know all the openings very well, how many percentage it will be from 70? How much?
Maybe 90.
Maybe 90. And what about black?
Yeah.
How comfortable you are with black?
Yeah, black I am comfortable 70%, the
Okay,
same.
70. So you know black
Yeah.
better than white, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I will
But
continue.
I feel always comfortable with accelerated dragon
Accelerated
compared to any
dragon.
other opponent. Yeah, I will just feel comfortable when the position comes.
You love that fine get of bishop, yeah?
Yeah, I am
Uh,
playing it from my childhood, so I love it.
all right, got it. Question. hmm Here is a question. You kidding, right? Paulis, can you remind, please, what is this about? You kidding, right? So here in the chat, there are more people who are agree with you that Karukan is your favorite one.
Mm.
Uh, так. So, what is Avinash online chess game handle if it's not secret? Like your nickname, so people can follow your
Uh,
games if it's not if it's not secret.
like I have played the chess mode openings in the nickname of Avi chess mode.
Avi chess mod. So I will put in the chat,
Yeah.
guys. It's Avi chess mod. All right. So this is the nickname. They can check it out and
Yeah.
find your games to find some model games
Mm.
maybe with our openings. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hmm. Okay. So Avi already know your nickname and question. Interesting question here. Has your chess success
Mm.
made you more attractive to the opposite gender?
No, I can't get that question actually.
Okay. I will tell instead of I will answer instead of you. That
Yeah.
I think that most of the time, if you make success, it's no matter in
Mm.
chess or somewhere else, no matter where you make success, you become
Mm.
attractive to opposite gender. So if you're a man, you become attractive to girls, and
Yeah.
the opposite is true. And it's very logical actually, because especially girls, they love to meet successful people. So no matter what is that success, yeah, you become. It's like
Mm.
it's nature. So I think that works 99% of the time.
Yes.
Um, okay, so guys, if there are some uh, very open value questions that it's not specifically for Avinash, you can post in our ChessMood forum. Okay, all right. David Flynn said exactly this. Uh, okay, so Avinash, how good you are in blindfold chess?
Yeah, I play many blindfold chess and leeches when like I'm like tired from the work. Like I have played many leeches rapid simons, like 3 to 4 games. I think I can play up to three
Blindfold.
board simon. Yeah, blindfold.
So you play blindfold, you played simul blindfold, and you played when you are tired.
Yeah, like usually
Wow.
I try to play blindfold when I am tired. Like just close the eyes and then concentrate the board in the mind. It will be easier.
And what time control do you play?
15 plus 10, or it
Oh,
depends.
so you play
Like,
rapid
oh,
games, three boards at the
yeah,
same time,
yeah,
blindfold, and when you are tired.
yeah.
Wow, this is fantastic because here we have this question. Uh, how important it is to see the board in your mind for 2000 below players. Well, I think that for being 2000 below players, it's not very, very, very important. It's more important when you become higher. But this what you said, to play
Mm.
three on three board simul, and especially when you are tired, it's really very impressive, Avinash.
Yeah, actually, I started to play blindfold Simon by practicing it in the home. Like with one, first I played with one board, and then I increased with 2 boards, and then three, and then one day I just went on to try in the online one. Because in the online, if you forget the pieces, it would be like a disaster. But in the home, it would be like a try and the fun. Like you are not going to lose anything.
So when you play simul games blindfold,
Mm.
do your opponents know that you are playing simul games?
No, I think.
You just
Like
play
even
three
if you,
random boards.
yeah, like even if you put the blindfold option, your opponent will not get to know that blindfold. Like only our board will not be visible, but they can see their board.
Have you ever beat during the blindfold simul game? Some game?
No, like
Not
I
not that.
bet only lower players like 1500, 1400, 1300 only with them I played, and I usually score like two, two and a half, three.
I see. One of the
Yeah.
one of the I would say kind of live legend who plays fantastic blindfold chess. Team Area.
Yeah.
He plays how many boards he plays? Too much, yeah. So
42. Like
how,
after seeing him only, I got the inspiration to play. Actually, I
from
saw
him, yeah.
him in the yeah, I saw him in a tournament, and he also played a 12 board simul game in a free day. Like not in a free day, like the round was in morning. After completing the round, he was playing the blindfold. Like I saw the intensity in him playing the blindfold, and that's how I started to think like blindfold and make it serious.
Got it.
I think it was around 2017 December.
Well, he is, guys. Gareth is really very strong in blindfold, and he has lots of videos and some articles online, so you can check it out to improve your blindfold chess. Uh, there is one small story with Gareth. So recently he's playing in Title Tuesday on chess.com, and he plays against 2650 Grandmaster. The games eventually finishes draw, and the 2650 Grandmaster is thinking about the game, and then he's checking on YouTube and figuring out that Garayev was playing blindfold blitz, and
Yeah.
he is like, "Oh, this is," and he's becoming very annoyed. However, Garayev is so strong in blindfold that it's approximately almost same, yeah, for him. It's blindfold or real chess.
Yeah.
Right, let's continue the questions. I clicked something wrong. Okay. So here is a question: do you have some other coach except of learning at ChessMood?
No, actually, due to financial condition, like I don't have any other coaches, so I just see from ChessMood.
Would you be happy to find some sponsors, Avinash?
Yeah, like
Sure.
due to the financial condition, like I just worked hard. Like my father had took some loan because he saw me like working 14 hours, 15 hours a day, and he sent me to the tournaments to make the dreams come true. So
Wow.
now I need some sponsors actually to go to the next level.
Hopefully, man, you will do it
Sure.
easier when you get here, and hard work sooner or later paid off. I remember myself;
Sure.
I had this very similar road. Until I became a
Mhm.
GM, like I was barely covering all the expenses. So many things that
Mhm.
it's like tough to do without finances, But anyway, the hard work compensate lots of stuff. So you are a clear
Mhm.
example here, Avinash. Very good job.
Sure.
Uh, okay. Так. Так. It seems there are no other question. Okay, question. How old are you?
I am 17.
17.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you are going to be a GM when you are 18, right?
Yes, sir.
Super. Mm, all right. So here, Mick said that I should send the info on where he is trying to get the sponsors. Do you have some information, like where would you put on online where you are trying to find a sponsor, or you are
No,
waiting
I
email
no,
from them?
no, I did not apply anything.
All right. So we hope that somebody will watch this video and they will say, "Okay, I want to be his sponsor." Hopefully,
Mm.
eventually, this will help you. But even without it, with this hard work, I believe you can do, because I have seen already many people who have done this job. Of course, when you have financials, you can travel, you can play strong tournaments, you can afford coach. Everything becomes easier, faster. So recently, I
Of
told
course.
to my friends that I became a GM at 19, and he was, "Wow, it's young." And I said I could clearly do it in 14 or 15. He was surprised. So
Yeah.
financials just helps, but even without financials, I'm sure with this hard working spirit, you are going to make the GM, Avinash. So, guys, do we have any other questions in the chat? By the way, we are going soon to create a page where we are going to link sponsors to students, but I'm not going to spoil everything. Uh, okay, so your question: what time do you like to do tactics? Is it when you are tired? Do you do in the morning or at the end of the game?
Like it depends. Like before saying an opening, I will just try to solve some tactics, like two or three. If I fail the three, I will just try to solve two more to get some correct. And then after it, maybe possibly like before the tournaments, I'll just try to train with tactics, because like tactics will be an important part of a game. So
So,
like before the game, before the tournament, I will just see tactics for an hour or 1.5 hours.
so you dramatically change your training routine before the tournament, doing more tactics, right?
Yes, sir.
Probably
Yes, sir.
doing more opening parts.
Mm.
Oh, all right. Uh, Avinash, do you tilt during the game? Do you become nervous during your games?
Yeah, I have become nervous. Like during the first tournament of the of this August, I played the first tournament where I was leading the tournament with 5 or 6. Like I need 1.5 out of the 3 games. Like 1.5 or 2.5, I'm not sure. Like I need just some points, but to get the norm. But I lost 2 consecutive rounds because of the nervousness, and I just lost a chance of the norm.
Got it. But eventually, yeah, with these nervous games, these games which with tension, they teach you to calm
Yeah.
down. Yeah, because when you play the
Yeah.
first times during the against grandmasters, it's tough to be like,
Mm.
relaxed and lay like this and like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You are excited, nervous. But when you play one time, two time, 10 time, then eventually it
Mm.
becomes like okay, it's normal. It's just fight.
Yeah.
Avinash, and
Mm.
for example, you had a painful defeat or you blundered during the game. How do you
Mm.
deal with these bad feelings?
Yeah, just I will try to calm, like drink some water, and then try to fight back. Like if we show it in the facial reaction, like opponents might find. Sometimes the opponent might ignore the blunder actually sometimes and play a different move. Like I'll just try to keep calm, and but if he notices the blunder, just I will try to fight back. Like I have nothing to lose. I have something to gain. Like if I make a draw from the losing position, I gain something. So I have nothing to lose. So I will play more calmly and try to complicate the position as so far as possible, and then like set some traps. Yeah. So.
Avinash, you just said something which I loved it very much, and I'm shamelessly going to steal it and put it in the article, which I will put about SLP, because
Mm.
what you said it was fantastic, that there is nothing more to lose. Because when you are in
Mm.
lost position, there is nothing more to lose, so it becomes fun, aggressive, like fun, nothing to lose,
Yeah.
all in, nothing to lose anymore. The bridges are uh, all are fired, so we go till the end. So this is kind
Yeah.
of very interesting because when I was saying to my students that when we are in lost position, actually it should not be we should be sad, we should be very happy, and we should be very excited because this is SLP chance and say, okay, this is
Mm.
SLP, change the mode from normal game to SLP mode and start to create problems to
Yeah.
make some traps. So this sentence is very nice one, Avinash. And often when I'm speaking to people and I say that it's possible to learn from everyone, from people who are have less experience than you, who are 10 years younger than you, this is
Mm.
the example. I
Okay.
just learned from you a very cool and smart thing. When you are lost, there is nothing else to lose. So go all in, have
Yeah.
fun. So very cool answer. Thank you very much, Avinash,
Yes,
for it.
yes.
Um, so question is, do you think about doing coaching, offering coaching services, and then you can finance yourself?
Mm,
Have you thought
yeah,
about it?
if yeah, like if time permits, because I'm in the last grade of the school and like I have some big exams coming on.
All right.
So like after finishing it, if I get some time, I will definitely do it.
Yeah, but right now it's all school and chess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Immediate questions. You said you sometimes you practice 14 to 16 hours, and you also attend school.
No, actually, like when I practiced 14 to 16 hours, like it was a lockdown period and there was no school.
All right. And when there is school, how many hours do you train?
Like 3 to 2 hours.
3 to 2 hours. All right. And
Yeah.
when you train 3 to 2 hours, what's your training schedule look like?
But I did not like I went to school back in 2019 and now only I'm starting to go back to school. Like because of COVID, like all the schools are closed and it is just reopening now. So like I just finished the tournaments recently, so I did not see on chess that much. So I was
Okay.
just trying to solve some tactics in the free time.
All right. Okay, Paulis, now you are. Oh, sorry, not question from Paulis. Avinash, now you are 2400 level, and when you play against lower
So,
players, much lower players, how do you win them? Is there any specific formula, or you just play your best chess?
yeah, just try to play the best chess. Like if you get a good advantage out of the opening, small advantage, like you can outplay him easily because out of the fear he will just try to make the game like complicated and then he will try to make mistakes. Like if you get a small bad advantage out of the opening, then you will be suffering from the
All right,
opening. So I think it is just to have a good opening preparation out of the game. So it will like you can easily outplay him,
all right.
and just to be tactically alert in all the case, and not to get relaxed in any part of the game.
Any part of the game, super,
Yeah.
super. Uh, Paulis, about this question, we're going to have a big article how to win rotated players because yeah, playing just your A game, your best game is one answer, but there are some little adjustments you can make. I will not spoil all of them, but few things. One will be to uh, get out from the opening part and get out and take your opponents to uncomfort zone as fast as possible so he'll start to play with his brain instead of playing 25 moves his opening preparation, like if he knows theory good. And if he doesn't know theory good, just attack in the begin from the beginning. And key point, don't give opponents initiative, because when learned players are getting initiative, they are starting to have more fun, and they won't say, "Oh, I can made this grandmaster."
Yeah.
When you have the initiative in your hands, it's very important thing. So I will not spoil all the other details. So about that will be article, which will be hopefully useful for many of you. Uh, so here a question: do you have any specific training outside of chess, physical or mental, or is it just chess?
No, it's just this. And I
Just
think I need to include physical fitness soon into my training.
fit. Okay. Are you
Yeah.
going to go to gym?
Not gym, like not particularly gym, like morning exercises.
All right.
I should include.
All right. Uh, how do you feel about Marzi? Do you feel you will have to challenge against international masters?
Which one? Marakshi?
Marzi, yeah.
Mm, I don't think so. Like maybe some small problems, but not big.
All right.
Like if we know the plans and ideas, it will be much easier. Like I have tried in many of the training games against DMs and IMs. Like I found no problems with Marakshi.
I also think that the Marzi, the key is to know the openings, to know the ideas well. And if
Yeah.
you know the ideas well, it's very easy opening. And also there
Yeah,
is
and just feel the position from the art. Like this piece belongs here, this piece belongs here, and which piece to exchange. If you know all this, it will be like very easy. You can blitz the game. and it will be like very easy. You will get even more than enough comfortable position out of the middle game.
Super. Mm, and here is a question: how much time you do chess mode app opening in a day? So you said yeah, already a few hours a day.
Mm. Like when I joined ChessMood, I was doing around 3 hours to 4 hours, and then uploading PGN, and then going through the board for an hour. So, like
Quite a lot.
after joining ChessMood, openings was the only main training which I was undergoing.
All right. Mm, What is what is the most important factor in chess growth for you, Avinash? Hard work, enjoyment, or something else?
Yeah, I think it's not about hard work. I think it's about the right resource, actually,
Right? Sorry, right
because
what?
even right resource.
Right resource.
Yeah, like I was working in the wrong resource. Like though I work, like before chessboard, I was working even 6 hours minimum, 6 to 10 hours, but I did not get the desired result because I did not work in openings, and I did not like work in strategy. I did not know anything in strategy. Like straight out of the opening, I'll just get a minus positions, and yeah, like if my opponents did not know the opening, like it's just a fight from the start, and I will be like outplaying him. And for example, from 2018 to 19, I was just playing only one b3 just to get a normal fighting game without knowing anything because I did not know anything on one e4. Though I was playing one e4, I just know only till some point, not like it will be the starting point of others, but it will be the ending point of mine. So I just like played almost 100% one b3 and before chess mode, and then after joining chess mode only I just like started to see all the codes and learn all the ideas and then deepen my opening knowledge.
Avinash, what do you think when you from B3 you switched to first E4 and you started to
no
play
actually i was no
fundamental?
actually I was playing one e4 only. Like in one e4 I started to get more like bad positions because I did not have a specific opening repertoire like a big one. So that's the reason I switched to
Switch
b3.
to B3. Okay.
Yeah.
When you came back to E4 with chess mode and you started to play E4 again, your fundamental openings, did you
Hmm.
feel that with playing fundamental openings, it also helps you to not just to improve your opening, but also improve your chess faster? Did you feel that?
Yeah, like for example, one b3 does not fight for the center, but one e4 fight for the center. And like I think learning the main lines will give you more confidence in playing.
And that's why you face
Like if
probably more.
you yeah, like if you play sidelines, like it will be just a surprise open. Like you will try one game, two game, but not more than that. But if you play a main line, you can like employ it for the lifetime or just for 1 2 years, like for a maximum. But for sidelines, you can just employ it for 1 or 2 games, not much. Like it will be like a very short term line. So like you can't make it as a main weapon. So I think learning fundamental openings will boost one's chess growth.
And also you when you play fundamental openings with first E4, you also see different pawn structures, right? That eventually you learn different kind of position you attack, you defense, not just one same pawn structure when you
Hmm.
have the same plan and you have 100 plans with the same 100 games with the same
Yeah.
plan.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And also you will get open positions with one e4. So like I think open positions like we should try to play like excel in open positions, like get initiative, try to grab the initiative, and I think it will help one's growth.
All right. Uh, what would you suggest to 1900 level players to improve fast?
Yeah, just seek chessboard opening. Like not only chessboard openings, if you are taking any other openings, like you should learn the ideas, not the moves, not memorization. Just like understand why we are playing this and the nature of the position, like what are the plans, like where the pieces belong and what are the plans, and what will black will be doing, and how we are going to counter them. I think if we like learn this way, it will also like help in openings and also middle games. So and then you can see some tactics and some middle game concepts, but not like deep into opening preparation. I see it's a mistake. I think like learning, like memorizing lines, I think will not help you a lot.
Avinash, do you use Chess Engine? And if you use, like, do you use much or not much?
No, actually, I don't use chess engines actually. Like, just I will check during the games, like with the engines, just where I made a mistake with the engine, like tactical error, or in the like after the opening, like I will just try to make a position and then try to check with the engine whether is there any mistakes, like tactical
Blunders.
mistakes or tactical error. Yeah, blunder check, and that's the reason why I use engine. But yeah,
Super.
like I don't use engine much.
Super. During the first episode, when we were interviewing Abhimanyu Mishra, the youngest Grandmasters
Mm.
coach, Arun Parsat, he also said that with Api, they didn't work with engine at all. And here I think it's a very common mistake that many amateurs and below 2000 level players are doing, are using
Mm.
lots of time with lots of engines, and all the time it's making me very sad when I'm going to our ChessMood forum and seeing a question which is based with very deep analysis with engines, and somebody's around
Mm.
1800 but went with engines. This is very wrong approach. So it's you are already second during this same chess growth hacking project that you say that you don't use engines. So guys, this is very
Mm.
important stuff, especially below before you get 2400 level. You should use it very carefully. There is, by
Like.
the way, an article which is
Mm.
written by my friend Grandmaster Noel Schroeder, how to use chess engines that they don't use you. So you should check it out,
Mm.
these articles, guys.
Yes.
uh, Так. Are you planning any other tournament? What is your next tournament, Avinash?
Actually, for now, I don't have much plans, like any plans, because due to the financial condition, like if my father gets back the job, I think I can continue the tournaments. Because like now I need a sponsor if I need to play some tournaments. So
I
like,
really hope we'll Avinash.
yeah.
So here's a question. Possibly some of the big improvement was done before the chess mode, but it was that openings were the weaker components that was fixed, and then overall play rocketed.
No, actually, before chess mode, like my graph will go like plus 100, minus 100. Like it will like if I start to play the tournament well, the tournament goes very well. If I start to play like lose the first game, like I will just end up in minus 100, like lose all the other games. Like because like I lack fighting spirit. Like I will just get upset, think of the previous round, oh I lost, and then I just blunder, simple blunder, and then like I lose the game, and this is the reason like my graph goes up and down like a mountain.
Now it's more stable. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I will skip, guys, any very complicated questions about some calculation technique. Probably it's better to ask in the forum. Uh, and we will answer. So Avinash might answer. Uh, do you have any problem with Benko Gambit?
Yeah, okay, Bangkok Gambit I have tried, but for now I never tried it in like in a tournament games except a one game. I tried Bangkok Gambit, but it came via the other border like D4 knight of 6 E4 G6 H4 like
Uh-huh,
this
and then play
trendy
super.
variation. So yeah,
So still
but
knowing
I,
that
I don't think
ideas.
yeah like still knowing the ideas will help you.
Got it.
Hmm.
Mm, do you study GM games in your openings to understand middle game plans?
Yeah, like the reference games, I will check. For example, in Monoxy, like if you see the reference games, it will be much easier. For example, if you say about Monoxy, the name, like the game which comes to my mind is Lenik Luka game against, like not Lenik Luka, like Lenik Luka against is,
Liquanglium.
yeah, like that game comes to my mind. So like if you know the particular ideas played by the reference game, it will be much easier to shuffle the pieces around, like they will shuffle the queen to h8 and it's just very easier. But we should not like blindly follow it. Like there might be some expert some uh, bad things like exceptions, but we should like know like some ideas, like it might work, it will not work, like we should figure it out during the during the game, like whether it works or not, but knowing many reference games and ideas will help you to navigate during the game.
Avinash, do you follow our streams when we are playing with our openings?
Yeah, I always follow the streams.
You always follow the streams.
Yeah,
How does it help you to feel the positions, the openings you learn better?
yeah, like seeing Gabusian playing the tournament, like the openings which we play, ChessMood openings, it will be like much easier. Like we can see like how he's playing. Like if our opponent plays some weird moves, like if it comes in our game, we will just get to know. Like Gabusian has played this move, so this one will be correct. So like this is the way Gabusian played it. So it will be like guiding point for me to play, like which is not covered in the course, moves which are not covered in the course will come in the stream and it will help me, like, and also like it will also help in memorization, like if you see the opening again and again it will just like get attached to your mind, and then you will also see some of the frequent ideas so you won't forget it during the game.
Super. Uh, how do you deal with stress? Being cool in complex positions, long time again, number of opponents and this. Yeah, yeah, this is fun. It was stuck. So if the question, guys, is to chat or to me, please post in the forum. During this interview, we're asking specific questions to Avinash. Anyway, please answer this question, Avinash. If you have stress during the game, how do you feel? Do you have some ritual or some sentences or something you remind yourself to reduce your stress?
Yeah, okay. I don't have such things. Like if I feel stressed, like I'll just take a walk and then come back and it will like reduce the stress. Or I just like try to deviate from the stress, like think something else, something peaceful, and then
Okay.
try to focus on the game.
All right. Well, here is a question: how do you win against Marozzi, against Lawyer Edit, if they know the Roish lines? But if you don't mind, I will tell you one story instead of you.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
about this question, one of my great students who is around 2400 said that Marotti is Jewish and he in one position in the middle game, in the end game, when middle game between end games and when the queens are exchanging, he said he agreed a draw. And then I said, how many games you can make a draw with opposite color? He said, all I can make a draw. So we switched the board and I said, okay, if it's really draw and I play me, you play against me and the engine, you should make all draws. It doesn't matter, it's me, Carlsen, or who. You should make a draw. He said, yeah, I can make a draw because it's very drawish. And without chances, he lost 3 games. So Marotti bind, guys, it's not draw. I can challenge anyone who says that Marotti bind and games are draw. And then we see I can challenge
Yeah.
really anyone. If I win, you just send some cakes to Armenia.
Yeah.
So guys, Marotti is not the end games are not draw. Uh,
Actually, the end games are the board which are easier to play in Monoxy, to be honest.
can I say it again?
Like the queenless end games in the Monoxy are the one which are very easy to play
Where is
with
it?
black.
Yep. Yes.
Like if you have the queens, like you have some space disadvantage, so it will like amper. Like sometimes when I have the queen with the Monoxy, I will try to exchange it somehow, and opponents will also try to exchange, and they will suffer from it. Like I think it's not like drawish. Like you need to outplay him. You need to have the like you should play it slowly and trying to provoke him making mistake.
All right. Uh, Kevin Go is here. So hello, Kevin. Uh, you played tournaments recently. Which areas did you dominated your opponents?
No, I can't get you.
Wh-
Like,
when you played these last tournaments, were you feeling you
mm,
are dominating them in the opening or in the middle game or in some specific area?
yeah, like I was almost dominating them in the opening. Like in some cases, if I didn't get dominating position, I will get worse position, more worse positions. But I will try to keep my chances going on, like setting traps, and then trying to complicate the game as far as possible. And then I think that's all I did.
Avinash,
Like, but yes, sir.
in the last tournament, you won Grandmasters, Ivan.
Yeah,
And I think if you finish the tournament better than you finished, you could even make maybe some GM norm. So you were
yeah.
doing very very well. How you were doing with our openings against Grandmasters?
Yeah, actually, like I won the first GM in that tournament only. I never won GMs before. So, like, I think I won the first GM of my life in seventh round. And after that, I was paired against some IA rated third seed. And it was like the Philidor G3 variation, and I got some advantage out of the opening, and then I just blundered, and then I kept the calm, like keep the calm, like you have nothing to lose, you have more to gain, and then like he was under 1 minute and he didn't find the correct line, and the game became equal, and I was able to manage to outplay him. But actually, one more funny thing is like I didn't know that it was a non tournament, so I think there was no pressure on me.
Oh, you didn't know that it's norm tournament and only at
Yeah,
the
I
end.
didn't know. Yeah, like even after losing against Johan in the last round, like after playing 6.5 hours, like I was like very really exhausted in the draw position. I blundered in the 1/10th move of the game, and like I was just going out of the tournament. All arbiter is calling and giving the norm certificate. I didn't know that it was a norm tournament.
Oh, so
So I
it's
think that's the reason I
you
was
just
playing
came in.
more casual. Yeah.
All right. Uh, Avinash, do you use real board for revising the openings?
Yeah, like even learning the openings, I just use real board. Like even sidelines, I would keep in the board to understand better. I think keeping in the real board will help you there rather than staring at the laptop. Like clicking left and right button, I just used to move the pieces around and then try to analyze with the board.
Avinash, when you are training, most of your trainings were online using ChessMood openings. You are watching courses, or you are playing online games, or you are working with chess-based. Yeah, you see the board vertically, and then when you go to tournament, you see the board suddenly horizontally. This is something
Yeah,
that many feels very uncomfortable. How you deal
yes.
with it?
Yeah, like in almost all my trainings from middle game to end game to opening, I just use my real board. And
So,
then one like comes a chess based one.
all right, so you make yourself to get used of that. So when you go to the
Yeah,
tournament, it's not very unfamiliar, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Recently, one of our pro members that you might have seen in our previous streams, if you are a pro member, Chris, who was sitting next to me and we were
Yeah.
streaming. So he
Mm.
came. He has 1900 on lichess, and during one of our first meetings, I brought the chess board and said, "Okay, Chris, you are here in our place. We need to play chess." And
Yeah.
he was playing very hardly, and I was seeing that he was not feeling the board. He was blundering
Yeah.
everything and playing much weaker chess than he plays. And myself, I had this very bad experience 2 years ago when I went to the USA to play tournament. I didn't play professional chess 3 years. I didn't press the
Yeah.
chess clock for 3 years. And in the
Mm.
first round, I was not seeing the board. I was very barely seeing it. And my advice
Mm.
to everyone who plays all the time online and works online, watches courses online and all the time on the laptop, if you are going to have if you are going to have some tournament offline board, play some blitz, even like training blitz games. Get used to to look at the board from up to down, not like that. So this is very important. Otherwise, you will blunder just left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it will be time consuming, but it will be like more helpful for you. Yeah, like and during the tournament.
Okay. Okay, so we are having here like lots of questions. At the end, we are going to open in the forum a place when people can still ask questions. If you don't mind, Avinash, there are many
Yeah.
specific, very specific questions, and
So,
I will about to summarize it. One of the last questions I will ask here. It's a
mm,
good question. Since you finished all the courses of ChessMood, what are you
mm.
planning to do?
Right, like usually, I like to like practically experiment many openings. Like in my during my tournaments, I experimented one D4 and other openings, like just like trying to get a game. Like I just saw the ideas. Like the main philosophy of my opening preparation is this: like just try to get the idea of behind each move. So it will be like much easier when you play the tournament. Like instead of just like seeing the openings in the chess base, just try to understand with the board, try to go with the pieces, and then try to input your own thoughts, analysis, and also your own moves. Like for example, even I do this. Like for example, if there is one variation, like the variation ends, like I will try to think from the other side of the board. So like you will just get an idea of how black proceeds, how white proceeds. Like switch the boards and try to think in the opposite sides, and then just after inputting all the analysis, just check with the engine. Like we might have some tactical error. So this is how I do. So like while doing this, I just remember everything in my head. Though it will be like time consuming into two into three, but it will be much easier. You don't need much reviewing in the future.
Avinash, when you finish these all courses and then you're playing, and
Mm.
often there will be some variations that you are forgetting the ideas or some opening parts or some model games you want to do. So how often do
Mm.
you come back to these courses and rewatch again?
Like I think the only course which I rewatched for 4 to 5 times is Rosalimo course.
It's
Like
too
other
negative.
course I just like other course I just did only once or just like twice. That's all. But only Rosalimo was the only course which I saw till 4 to 5 times
All right.
because I had bad results in Rosalimo.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to summarize it, Avinash, and the
Mm.
last question I want to ask you is, who would you like to thank you for your success?
Yeah, my father actually, who supported me in all the tough times by arranging some financial loans and then sending me to the tournaments. So I would like to thank him.
Super. Hopefully, with this interview, we are going to find sponsors and will be outputting orders of your father, and you will
Yeah.
become GM in 18 as you dream.
Yes, sir.
Avinash, thank you very much for coming here
Yeah.
and sharing your experience. I think this is very important to share people how you use this all the resources you are giving in ChessMod. What was your study plan? How you are memorizing variations and all this, because it's critically important always. I repeat and repeat myself to learn from people who succeed in something we want to succeed. So
Yes, sir.
here is the interview. We'll put in the YouTube and people can watch it again. And hopefully this will be big value for the whole chess world. Avinash, wishing you
Yes,
all
sir.
the best with your
Thank you,
chess
sir.
growth. Keep the
Mm.
co-growth, the
Yes,
constant
sir.
growth, and the right mood. It was
Yes.
a big pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much, Avinash.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. It was Avinash Ramesh. Right now, not an international master yet, but soon going to be a grandmaster with this hardworking and this fighting spirit, and being such a smart kid. I'm sure he is going to do that. In our ChessMod forum, we are going to have a specific link where you can still send questions to Avinash, and I will ask Avinash to come there and answer if you have still some questions. And enjoy this chess, enjoy this beautiful game, guys. It's all about fun, not just get this point at have fun.
Yes.
Avinash stressed out a few times that just loving this game it helps to be in a mood more and then eventually work on chess more. Thank you everyone for being here. See you during the next episode of Chess Growth Hacking. Right move, and Kogro, the constant growth. Ciao, guys. All right, I ended